It's your man Alex, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my take on a low fade Mohawk self haircut. So let's get right into it. So to get started with today's self haircut, I'm going to be using my Babyliss trimmers. These guys, of course, are linked in the description below. Same thing with all of my other tools. And I'm going to be putting in the first guideline with these trimmers. Now, just to give you guys a quick disclaimer, any type of self haircut that you're going to give yourself that requires a lot of detail work toward the back of your head is going to be more advanced and a little bit challenging. So just to let you guys know, if you're like on the fence of trying out this type of haircut, any type of low fade or even taper fade doing detail work toward the back of your head is going to be quite challenging because it's just really hard to reach and bend your arms in that type of way, right? The mirror setups really help, especially if you use the $7 mirror setup that I use. I have a video linked. I'll link that for you guys in the video so you can check that out. But everything really matters when it comes to self haircuts, especially doing the back of your head. It's a lot of detail, and so try your best to just follow the steps that I'm doing. All I'm really trying to do right here is just create like a V shape toward the back of my head before I go ahead and start doing more of the guidelines with the clippers. So do your best, create a solid foundation, and just make that back of your head as much of a V, a perfectly straight line as you can. Now for the next guideline, I'm going to be using my clippers with the lever completely open, and I'm only going to be going up about 3/4 of an inch from that first guideline. Now you want to make sure you're going evenly throughout the entire guideline on the left and right side of your head. Always make sure that the left side or the right side isn't higher or lower than the other because you don't want to have a lopsided haircut. So just make sure you're trying your absolute best to keep the guidelines right around 3/4 of an inch. It's basically like the width of your pinky, give or take, and that's pretty much all you're shooting for. And then just go through the hair back and forth as much as you need to, and just make sure that the lines are as straight as you can make them. So now going in with the number 1 guard lever open, we're going to be doing the same exact thing that we just did with the no guard lever open. And notice how I'm also using the lever open for each of these guidelines. So I'm going up again 3/4 of an inch from the previous guideline, doing my absolute best to make sure that the left and right side of my head are perfectly even. Again, when you're putting in the guidelines, try your best to make it as perfect as you can. Again, I understand that doing a low fade is more of an advanced self haircut, but you wouldn't be putting yourself in that situation if you weren't down for the task. So, be patient, make sure you're breathing, make sure you're taking your time, and you're really trying to make sure that the left and right side, the guidelines are perfectly even on both. One isn't lopsided, one isn't higher than the other side or lower than the other side. Just do your best to make sure that the guidelines create a really nice, strong foundation that set you up for success for the rest of the haircut. And so now for the final guard, I'm going to be using the number 2 guard lever open. Notice again, lever open for all of these guidelines. And I'm just going to be going up 3/4 of an inch again. But now, because I'm reaching the longer hair by my part line area, I'm also going to be scooping out because I'm trying to basically freehand and create the shape of the look. So in essence, all I'm really doing is just creating the shape by guiding the clippers in the direction that I want to, going straight up and letting the hair fall right into the blades, obviously making it a little bit easier and making the fade a little bit more gradient before I actually go in and fade all of those hard lines afterwards. So now I'm going in with the no guard lever halfway, and this is going to be the very first part of fading out those hard lines. So what I like to do is with the no guard lever halfway is like a 2 or 3 step process, and typically what I like to do is soften up that bottom hard line using this guard and lever position. Now typically when I soften up that bottom hard line, it's going to get rid of about 50% of that hard line. Not all of it and not too little, but the right amount, and it's usually like a 2 to 3 step process depending on your hair type. So now going in with the no guard lever closed, I'm going up with the flick out motion and also using the corners here and there to remove that bottom hard line. Remember how I said it was a 2 to a 3-step process to get rid of the bottom hard line? So the first part is the no guard lever halfway. That's going to soften it up by about 50%. Now with the no guard lever closed, this should get rid of about 90%, maybe a little bit more of that hard line. And if you need to, for whatever reason, because you still see a bit of a hard line, you can always go back to the trimmer, and that should get rid of the rest of the hard line. So now going in with the half guard lever closed, I'm going to be doing a flick out motion as well to get rid of the next hard line. So notice how I'm using my left hand a lot to kind of stretch out my skin a little bit. This also increases the surface area of my scalp, making it a little bit easier for me and a little bit less risky because I have more room to work with the clippers. So if you need to as well, stretching out the skin is also a really great little tip that I like to do and that I like to recommend you guys do when you're fading, just so you don't accidentally go up a little bit too high with the clippers and then create a whole new hard line by accident. So now going in with the 1.5 guard lever closed, I'm going up again to remove the final hard line. Now something that I tend to do with the 1.5 guard, because I'm starting to reach that point in my hair where everything is starting to blend in color, everything just kind of looks like it's the same. So I do a lot of my 1.5 guard work based off of sound. And I know that sounds a little bit weird, and again, this can be a little bit more of an advanced tip, but I'm obviously looking with my eyes to see if I can see where the line is on my head that I need to cut, but I'm also basing all of what I'm cutting with what I hear being cut by the clippers. So if you can do both, just like pay attention with your eyes and hear as well the hair getting cut, it's a great way to cut with the 1.5 guard. Now going in with the thinning shears over comb, I'm just doing a little bit of blending action to blend in that little bit of longer hair by my part line, also that little hard line that was left by the number 2 guard lever open, and I'm just blending it into that longer hair on the top of my head. And what you're trying to do here is slowly bring up the comb and slowly cut with the thinning shears at the same exact time, right? The more you can do this in a controlled manner, the easier it's going to be to blend in the hair. Now going in with the reverse thinning shear technique, this is a method that I've discovered while cutting my own hair, and it does a phenomenal job of getting rid of the hard lines and bulky spots within the actual fade. So for those of you guys that are having hard lines and trouble removing hard lines within your fade and your fades just aren't coming out gradient, I promise you, use the reverse thinning shear method and get rid of those hard lines. This is a game-changing technique that I've discovered, and I've been using this for a very long time, and it's never let me down. It does such a great job of just really making fades super gradient. So now going in with my hair cutting scissors, I'm just going to be pulling out the hair using my comb straight out from my head and basically going all around the perimeter of my head and just cutting vertical little sections to blend in that hair by my part line into that longer length on top. So obviously the longer length on top is a little bit too long in these sections, and it really just makes the haircut not really cohesive, and the top looks very bulky. So doing this really makes the haircut have a more even blend, and just that transition from shorter length on the sides and back to the longer length on top really makes the world of a difference. And so now to go in and give myself a crispy clean lineup, I'm going to be putting on my headband to section off the longer length on top, so I can go in with my little $5 scissors to clean up my hairline. So basically all I'm doing is cutting all of the baby hairs to make the hairline as smooth as possible. Now I know some people like to use trimmers, but I like to use my little scissors because it's a little bit safer. And then I'll go in with my trimmers to give myself a lineup around my head. So doing the vertical bars, doing the C cup around my eyebrows, that's where I'll typically do the trimmer work with the lineup, and then I'll just keep it simple with the hairline using these scissors. To finish off the haircut, I'm using some organic clay by KOVRAS, which is actually my own hair company that I recently started, and this product gives you a natural high hold matte finish. What I like to do is take about a pea-sized amount of product, rub it between my palms until it's creamy, take a nice whiff of that beautiful rosemary aroma, and work it out evenly throughout my hair. Now depending on my hair length, I'll usually add 1 or 2 more pea-sized amounts of product to give me a hold that lasts the entire day. So if you're also looking for a healthy, nourishing hairstyling product that gives you a perfect all-day style, definitely check out our products using the link in this video. So this is my take on a low fade Mohawk self haircut. Let me know in the comments below how you think the haircut turned out and what other hairstyles you'd like me to try out next. This self haircut was definitely tough, and I would really only recommend it to those who are more advanced. And also, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, check out Organic Clay by KOVRAS, and watch this video if you want to take your self haircuts to the next level.